I'm Graham Hancock. I've been writing about ancient mysteries for a couple of decades. The last 10 years I got drawn very much into the mystery of altered states of consciousness and shamanism and its connection to modern human origins. And this led me to psychoactive plants and to a lot of work with ayahuasca in the Amazon jungle. So I was very pleased to be invited to come and speak at this conference on psychoactive plants here in Johannesburg in South Africa. I feel that psychoactive plants have had an enormous role to play in the human story, a neglected role which is not covered in mainstream sources, and I think they're going to have an enormous role to play in the human future. And our challenge is to form the right relationship with these powerful teachers that come to us from the realm of nature. I found my way to ayahuasca because I was investigating a mystery. I was looking at the problem of human origins, and as I began to survey the subject, I came to realize that it's not really a problem to do with, for example, the last common ancestor with the chimpanzee and when human beings diverge from that line. It's a problem of the changes that we observe in human behavior over the last 6 million years or so. And the most radical change in human behavior, the single most important moment in the whole evolution of human behavior, is when our ancestors start to create art and when they start to express beliefs in spiritual matters and to show that they have some sense of life outside and beyond the body. And it's too long a story to tell here, but there's just no doubt that our ancestors' encounters with visionary plants were what led them on that journey. If you analyze the cave art carefully, the rock art of South Africa, the cave art of southern France and Spain, and so on and so forth, you find many, many common features, and these common features are best explained by the understanding that the artists were shamans. And like all shamans everywhere in all periods of history, those artists were embracing and exploring altered states of consciousness using visionary plants. And the very characteristics of the art proved that that was the case. Once I understood that, as a writer, I feel strongly I have to immerse myself in my subject. I cannot sit in an armchair and write about it. So I started looking at surviving vestiges of shamanism in the world today. And I found in the Amazon that there is a strong shamanistic tradition in the Amazon basin, and that they use a combination of two plants, which is called ayahuasca, the vine of souls, to enter the deeply altered states of consciousness that are characteristic of all shamanism. And not only that, not only do the Amazonian shamans use visionary plants to enter trance, but also they paint their visions when they return to a normal state of consciousness. So suddenly I realized here was a way that I could get into the mindset of those ancient artists who were painting on the cave walls 40,000 years ago, that I didn't have to sit in an armchair, that I could have this journey myself. So I went to the Amazon and I sought out shamans and I drank ayahuasca. And it did give me important insights into the subject I was writing about. More important than that, it changed my life. It's become a regular spiritual pursuit for me.